Well, today we have with us now Stephen Sims from Stephen's Catering. And we did part one, so we talked about Stephen's Catering. And as you can tell, we have been indulging in food. So now we're on part
missing items.
yeah. Now we're on part two, which is going to be Stephen's at home. So we have several dishes here that you can get on his at home menu. Now, some preliminary things. Number one is you change the menu kind of weekly.
Weekly, Tuesday through Saturday.
So it'll be different all the time. And I know that it's a minimum, this is when you do like the half orders and the full orders, right?
Right. I can give you kind of a quick 2-3 minutes on it.
That's fine.
Right. So the Stevens at
Good,
home.
that gives us time to eat.
Stevens at home was a concept that we came up with when this whole COVID thing came up. And we didn't want to close, and we still wanted to provide quality, value food to all of our regular guests. So we came up with this concept called Stevens at Home, where you can get a half order.
I have to interrupt you. The Dijon red skin potato salad. Okay. I could just eat that and this shrimp all day long. And my Jarlsberg. Now I'm going to wait. Got to try this because it's the Chipotle barbecue chicken. I just have to interrupt you because, like you said before, it's all about the food.
It is about food. Everything is homemade, always has been at Stevens. So you can get a half order for 2 to 3 people, and you pick an entree, and you pick 2 of the sides, and then you get a salad. And you get that for $42. That's less than $15 a person.
You can't get all that food anywhere for $15 a person.
Correct. Right. We really tried to price this to be value oriented.
And I'm sorry, but your half orders, I've been told by people at my club that it's where we work out, because it's after we eat all this good food, that 2 to 3 people half order really feeds 2 people for 2 days. It's a lot.
It's good portions. It's good portions, and we deliver it, or you can pick it up 11 to 1 or 4 to 6 Tuesday through Saturday.
And you have to order
24 hours in advance.
24 hours in advance. And then is there a delivery fee with that?
There is. There's a $10 delivery fee.
That's nothing.
Can you order it online, or do you need
to
call?
You can call, and we have a live person answering the phone. You can order online, or you can email. I'm sorry?
The chicken is
email.
The chicken's delicious. Now, tell me that
that's the Chipotle barbecue.
Mm-hmm. That's like
it's very good.
It's really good. It's very good, and actually,
it's very tender.
I'm also dipping it in the Dijon dipping sauce. I'm just going to mix everything all up, and it's going to be like a potpourri of food. Yes. Not a potpourri, but a potpourri. Okay, now I want to know this. I have some questions here. Number one, I know this isn't on your menu all the time because this menu rotates, but talk to me about what I have been told is, and I told you shrimp is one of my fortes too. Bang Bang shrimp that you make. Tell me about how they make that, and can you special order it, or you just have to wait till it comes back on the menu?
If we have the product in and somebody really wants something, we will make a special for you. You know, it might take more than 24 hours to do that, but Jack is pretty good about it. Jack Kindle is my executive chef, who's fabulous.
What count shrimp do you use on that?
Yeah, for the most of the shrimp skewers, we use the 2120s.
Which is this?
Yeah, right. And then if you
just
order,
in case you haven't been able to see it, I took a tail part of it off, but that's it.
And then we use the 1620 if you do a shrimp cocktail.
Oh,
right.
Did you like the way I said? Do you know what's the count? So can you tell? It's not like a guy count, like a countess, but it's how large they are.
You know your shrimp.
I do know my shrimp. Okay, I'm not going there. Okay, now I want to know the difference between, St. Louis style pork ribs. What is St. Louis doing differently than Central Ohio that they get their own name on your pork ribs?
It's actually a cut. So St. Louis is a little bit meatier of a cut. Most people are familiar with what's called baby back.
Right. Yes.
Okay, and a St. Louis is going to be a little bit trimmer, a little bit more meat. Okay, that's what a St. Louis rib is.
I didn't know, and we do, flavor. And I've got 2 big slabs of baby back ribs. I guess I'm going to be going to St. Louis style now.
You'll have to try them; they're delicious. I mean, they fall off the bun.
I've never seen them like that.
Yes, you should be able to, or your butcher should be able to get them. I mean, obviously, we get all our product in on food service applications.
Okay, then you got to describe to me, because I told you I'm the shrimp girl. Shrimp Diablo with roasted tomatoes and peppers. That just sounds incredible.
Yeah, that's one of Chef Jack's new creations.
I think I may need to make Chef Jack.
he's
He could be my new best friend.
he's amazing. We got a picture of it. You want to?
Oh, let me see this. Oh, wow. Brad, you
Anything
wanna
with
see
roasted
that?
tomatoes.
Oh, I know. It looks like it's got a lot more than just what's listed there. That looks like, and is it slow cooked first and then the shrimp thrown in?
Correct.
I think I should have
You-
been a
you-
chef
you
instead
know-
of an event
you-
planner.
Know
I
your
need to
stuff.
go work for them. Oh, that looks lovely.
That looks delicious. Okay, so we're also having the Dijon red skin potato salad, which I said was delicious, but tell me what's in it.
Yeah, that's got scallions.
Oh my
and
Lord, this
red-
thing weighs,
and redskins and mayonnaise and grain mustard, salt and pepper.
but it's not too much mayonnaise.
No,
No, it's not.
no.
And I've noticed in everything, you use fresh herbs.
Absolutely. We
I'm
have
like-
we have an herb
Oh,
garden
yeah.
at the kitchen.
If people use canned or, I just go, I did not pay for that. I paid for fresh herbs. We have herb gardens at home. We're about basil at our house.
Basils, yeah.
But this potato, I swear to God, that weighs 2 pounds. Ooh, give me another one and I could do some weights.
Do your weight. Don't have to go to the club
Don't
today.
have to go to the, oh, I have to go to the club. Got to go to the club after a meal like this. Okay, now let's talk about also, the tomato penne pasta, which I'm having right now. Joanna's been having it because I
I've
can tell
already
where her
had it.
spoon went.
Yeah, that's one of our signature pasta dishes that's been around for about
It's
18
so
years.
light.
With and that's got a kind of a little pesto in there, and you've got your your penne pasta, fresh Parmesan cheese, your cherry tomatoes, your parsley, and then it's kind of just like a light Italian vinaigrette.
Okay, and I have to say something about Parmesan cheese. And I know you're going to agree with me. Sarah over there, I know she's doing her business over there. Thank you for bringing all this. Thank you both for bringing all this. But Parmesan cheese, people that get that shaker thing that's got that stuff that looks like it's gone through, I don't know what it's gone through. That's not Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese is either shaved, which I use on all my pastas, or it's like this, which is also kind of a little smaller than a shaving, but it's like Parmesan cheese.
Fresh off the block.
Yes. I mean, and that's good. I have seen caterers that, number one, don't use fresh herbs and use cheap stuff.
Sure.
And they basically try to doctor it up.
Yep.
Well, that doesn't work for me. And I'm telling you, well, Joanna, why don't you talk some? Because I want to continue to eat. And I want to know more about I want to know about these little baby mini croissants. They sound so cute.
Yeah, those are Alessandro, our
So
pastry
cute.
chef. Does, like I say, does all of the baking. He does all the crostini, all the breads, all the buns, all the cinnamon rolls, and all the little mini croissants and larger croissants for all of our orders.
Oh, wow.
I could live.
Hand making that.
I could just live on this, right? I could live forever on this food right here.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
I mean, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. I'm not none of that stuff.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's
because
anything
there's a lot of guests out there that enjoy that stuff
and I
right
know
now.
you
so.
have, and that was the other thing I wanted to mention is that you
options
have, like we were talking on your. We'll talk about your Stevens at work is vegetarian. Like what's if for an aunt? Just give me an idea. Like for an aunt, like we're having our daughter's wedding reception.
Right.
We want to have a vegan vegetarian alternative, and we're going to happen to do a stuffed pepper.
Yep, stuffed pepper or
And that's real popular. I know that. But what other vegetarian things that are / vegetarian vegan? Because today, I mean, vegetarian's easy to find. Vegetarian vegan is not necessarily as easy to find because other than if you do I know a lot of people doing spaghetti squash and things like that happens to be one of our things that we're
or
doing.
eggplant is nice.
Or eggplant too. So,
Or tofu.
and you have, I'm sorry, I don't do tofu because it reminds me of foot. Sorry, but it just does.
The word or this?
Just the word, and then when I look at it, I just can't eat those little chunky things. They're just not appetizing. Do you like tofu?
It could be okay.
You just said okay. The operative word is okay. Okay, so I know it when you describe that hummus, you're not describing that as okay.
No, that hummus is absolutely delicious.
And talk to me about the pita, which isn't typical on your
pita I'm
menu.
stealing,
but
by the way.
the pita she's taking home, where she has children at home. It's a grilled. I can tell it's grilled.
Yep.
But just describe it because maybe somebody at home wants to replicate it. I wouldn't. I just beg you for some.
So yeah, if you just go to your store and get your pita bread and then brush it with a little bit again of quality olive oil,
Right.
A little bit of salt and pepper, and either throw it on a grill would be best to get nice little grill marks on it, or you could do it in the stove too, or you could even do it in the toaster. I find that the grill imparts a little bit more deeper flavor to everything, and is really nice.
And I see on your Stevens at Home menu that you can deliver wine,
I can.
which is awesome. And I have to tell you, your price points are a lot better than if you went to a restaurant. You'd be paying 2 and 3 times this price.
Absolutely. I
So
try to make
You could go to a dinner for your husband. Like Gil and I could do dinner. We could do, question to ask you. If I wanted to do 2 entrees, like a split, could they do something like a split?
You know,
Or is it
this
harder
is such
to
a
do?
small concept. You know, the half order is only 2 to 3 people. What people do if they get together, a few couples, is like one
Share.
family order this one chicken, one family order the shrimp.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But the price point is so inexpensive to begin with. And like we would eat this for 2 days for meals. I can't imagine being able to have, let's just say we did the shrimp entree, $45 for the shrimp, and it comes with 2 sides, a house salad. I suppose I could probably get some of that focaccia bread thrown in.
We do the focaccia bread. It's one of the sides.
Well, then that would be fine.
Focaccia's bread different than the pita.
Yes,
yeah.
focaccia bread is different than
Yes. And then, I mean, you could get, I saw that you bought a bottle of wine here, like Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc, $19. That's pretty much what you pay in the grocery store.
Correct.
So, see, I do know my stuff.
know your
Yeah,
stuff.
I am when it comes to food, and yes, I do. So go ahead and ask some questions because I've been asking all of them.
Talked about the mac and cheese a little bit.
Oh, the mac and cheese.
Is this like adult mac and cheese?
This is like crack cocaine is what this is.
Oh,
It's a 3 cheese. That
What
we
are your
do-
3 cheeses?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, 'cause
Can't-
I'm-
that- that-
That
okay,
is the
okay.
secret.
I'm a
You've
Gruyere.
asked a lot of secrets.
You
I
have
like
asked a lot of
I
secrets
know.
today.
I did. I won't say who the restaurant was, but it wasn't Bridge Park. We did a tasting of a restaurant who's one of the first ones that was there, and we tasted before they opened their restaurant. And the chef brought across the street to a coffee shop aluminum things of their
Yeah.
foods that were going to go on their menu, and I tasted their mac and cheese, and I said, "It's good, but it needs lobster and meat in it." And I thought the chef's eyes
Of course
lit.
you said this.
I did. The chef's eyes lit. I said, "You're in Dublin, for gosh sakes." His eyes lit up, and then he goes, "Tell me a little bit more about the flavors." So I said, "It needs a little more kick, a little more this." When we went in and did the podcast there, we did it. Lobster mac and cheese was on the menu with my recipe, and he said, "Tell me what kind of cheeses are in there." I picked out that Gruyere was one of the cheeses. He said, "You're very good." And I go, "Well, it's not my nose, it's my palate."
Oh my goodness.
Okay, keep going.
All right, so I want to know about this mac and cheese because it sounds delicious.
Well, like I say, it's 3 cheese, and the sauce is made homemade. And we use it, and we've got a nice steamer that we do all of our pasta in. So it just makes it, you just cook it perfect, so it's al dente, and you add that cheese sauce on top. And when you go home and you reheat it, it just bakes perfectly. It's just a great. I mean, mac and cheese is just simple, but so many people mess it up, right? How many times have you had mac and cheese just done wrong? Overcooked pasta,
An American
the
processed
cheese comes out of the pan.
cheese.
It's like, what are you using? What are you doing here? You want it to be nice and melt and.
And I don't know. I mean, I'm not against Velveeta, but it's processed cheese. It comes in a block. It's not in the refrigerated section, and they charge $10 for this stupid thing.
Yeah, why is that?
It's
That is an
it's
interesting
not
point.
real cheese.
Correct.
You got to have real cheese.
You got to have real
Or you
cheese.
don't
What
call
is
it
it then?
cheese. It's processed.
Colored what?
It's got plastic.
Process-
It's got
processed
plastic
cheese.
in it. It's plastic cheese. I know that
Oh,
sounds.
that's a
just-
whole different podcast we should do on that.
I know.
Which
I
foods
know.
have plastic?
Well, you know,
in them?
the Stevens at Home started out, and then as this thing kept going on, we had businesses calling us and saying, "Hey, we're going to have a few people in the office. What can you do?" And of course, the biggest difference is people really didn't want to set up buffets anymore. So we came up with all of these single serve ideas with 3 different levels of box lunches and a whole bunch of specialty salads that you've got on our Stevens at Work. And this is really starting to take off, and people are, you can do a group of 10, 15, 20, 30, and we've got several clients that do, 30 or more box lunches now every week as businesses start to come back online and do things like
And
that.
that's going to be our part 3 of our podcast is Stevens at Work. But for the, Yarlsberg and the roasted garlic hummus. Tell us how you can buy it and how much it is.
Sure. So the
'Cause
Jarlsberg.
she wants to buy it.
We've got a couple of things that are online that you can buy individually, and the minimum that you can do is a half pound of our salads or our dips, and then you can do it pound or more than that. And our Jarlsberg is very expensive cheese,
Right.
and it's $16 a pound, $8 for the half pound,
Worth every penny.
and the hummus is $8 a pound and $4 for the half pound. And those are half pound increments that I brought to you today.
They're. I mean, I would order that for my football parties in a heartbeat.
Oh, we have people order. I mean, we have people that order our. I mean, in fact, one of our other popular ones is a quinoa and black bean salad that we do.
Is it kind of like a salsa salad?
No, not this one. Isn't more. This is more of a straight salad with cilantro.
Oh.
And it's also very good. It's also
Fresh
expensive.
cilantro,
It's also,
of
of
course.
course, a lot of fresh cilantro. So it's very good.
And
as
then
well.
I know things that are not on your menu, like we said before, you can just
The
Follow
regular
that.
Stevens catering menu that's online is you can completely order for it. Now you know, most caterers, it's very difficult to do groups of 2 or 3 in that instance.
Right.
You know, we now do minimums of 10, but usually, most caterers are 20 and more. So we can still do a small group. You know, we're really
that's good.
encouraging,
That's good to
really
know.
encouraging people to do the backyard stuff, and we can just bring it by and drop it off and set it up, and you guys
that's
can
a key point.
enjoy the summer parties.
All right, well then stay tuned for part 3 of Stevens Catering. Stevens at work.